Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about The Flash and the major update that we just got from James Gunn in regards to The Flash being in the DCU. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. So we're going to be going through this all, and once again, I will be uploading more this month. I really do apologize for the complete lack of uploads in the last couple of months. There just really hasn't been too much that I've been super interested in covering beyond Superman, and now I'm going to try and get back into it, guys. So I really want you guys to watch the videos, leave feedback, leave comments, become a member of the channel if you want to support the channel as we start getting things running again. I'll make sure to start doing live streams and everything. I'm going to figure it out over the next week or so I'll keep you guys updated at the start of videos. But for now, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. So we got a major update from James Gunn in regards to The Flash, but also Wonder Woman as well. We know there is a Wonder Woman project that is currently in development. And as for The Flash, it's definitely up in the air as to whether The Flash is going to get a TV show or a film first. Like, I feel that's something not many people have addressed. Like, obviously The Flash is most popular from TV, so it would make sense to actually make a TV show once again sometime in the next couple of years to do with The Flash, just if they want to build on that popularity. And if it's like a mini series where they do like 8 episodes or something, that could definitely be a possibility. Obviously in the last couple of months we talked about the possibility of Grant Gustin returning as the Flash, because he is the most popular Flash, and obviously he is very open to returning. We know James Gunn is a fan of him, and we know that fans would take to him very quickly because he is a fan favorite Flash after all. So that's a question that's going to be answered sometime in the future, but let's talk about the update that we just received from James Gunn. So I'm reading through the Screen Rant article, and I'll leave the link in the description below so you can go ahead and read it for yourself. So this is how the article goes. The DC Universe has just received a major update related to where The Flash and Wonder Woman fall in its canon. At the moment, there is no set project among DC's upcoming movies for The Flash to appear in, even though some fans continue to ask for Arrowverse's Flash star Grant Gustin to play the DCU's Flash. However, the situation recently shifted for Wonder Woman specifically, who now has a movie being written by Supergirl's Anna Nogueira, a priority for the DCU movie slate according to James Gunn. So we know Anna Nogueira, who wrote Supergirl, that is coming out next year, and she's also writing Titans. She's also writing this Wonder Woman film, so that's obviously a good sign that she is a great writer and that James Gunn and DC Studios are a big fan of what she's doing, so that's good for that project. But on the Peacemaker official podcast with James Gunn, and by the way guys, we're going to have some Peacemaker content in the next couple of days because I luckily do have access to Peacemaker, so I'm going to watch the first like 5 episodes or so early, and I'll be sure to release my review and breakdown when the embargo drops sometime in the next couple of days. But the DC Universe's creative chief James Gunn revealed that he does not know whether Wonder Woman and The Flash were canon to the franchise at the time of the events in Peacemaker Season 1, Episode 6. Obviously, you guys will remember that, but according to Gunn, both Wonder Woman and The Flash will eventually appear in his DC universe, but it seems like the notion of how far they are into their superhero careers has yet to be discussed ahead of their expected movie/TV show returns. I'll add to that. So check out the full quote, and this is what they said in the Peacemaker podcast. So yeah, are they canon? I don't know. And he's talking about the scene where you get to see those 2 specific characters in Peacemaker Season 1, and we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they'll exist eventually. Whether they exist now, I don't know. So he's talking about the old versions, the DCEU versions of The Flash and Wonder Woman, while also confirming that yes, there will be new versions of The Flash and Wonder Woman that will exist eventually, as he says in this interview. So let's break this down. Let's go ahead and read what Screen Rant has to say next. So in James Gunn's Superman, the movie begins with the opening crawl that establishes key information about the larger DCU and David Corenswet's version of Superman before diving into the Man of Steel's story. Superman has been very active as a hero for the past 3 years in the DCU when Superman picks up, with others like the Justice Gang also operating in Gunn's DC universe. Given how the Flash and Wonder Woman are probably going to be around Superman's age, something Gunn has said will be true for Batman, then it means the heroes could have been active for the past 3 years of the DCU. However, that is not the only possible path for the characters to play a role in this franchise. After all, Superman confirmed that metahumans have been active for the past 300 years in the DCU, and the film also revealed that members of the Justice Society existed in the DCU's past, and obviously you have Jay Garrick and everyone that is a version of the Flash that could potentially exist in the past, but obviously you got the present Flash like, let's say, Barry Allen or Wally West, whoever they end up choosing. And so if the same goes to the team, which has included Wonder Woman in certain iterations, then she could have been active for longer than Superman. So Gunn's comments are a clear sign that he still has to settle on the exact history of the DCU when it comes to a few key characters, like when to introduce them and what type of versions of Wonder Woman and the Flash are these going to be. And like in the past, he also revealed that DC Studios was holding a beat on the Flash when it came to development, more likely as a result of Ezra Miller's DCEU movie being a box office bomb, which we all know is the reason why that the Flash isn't currently being developed, because really it should be one of the first projects that they're developing, because it is a popular character for DC and it's just a bit tarnished right now with that film. So they really need to pick it up, and that's why a lot of people are saying Grant Gustin, because they think he can turn it around really quick for the Flash. So the article just concludes by saying it makes sense that Gunn still has to work out where the Flash fits into the DCU. As for Wonder Woman, DC is now cracking down on just that, with the Wonder Woman DCU movie script reportedly being a priority for the studio. It might not take too long for Diana Prince to return, answering where she has been in the DCU. So now let's give my thoughts on all of this. Like, I'm really excited for the Flash in the DCU. I don't really have a preference whether it's TV or film. Obviously I do have a slight preference that I would like it to be Grant Gustin. However, I'm not opposed to it being someone completely new. I think Grant Gustin was completely new when we got him. Obviously we know he's a great Flash and it's like a guaranteed thing. Obviously we don't know how popular it's going to be, but you can presume most of the Flash fans from the Arrowverse would return, and you would have at least some interest from the greater DC audience that don't necessarily watch the Arrowverse shows or didn't watch the Arrowverse shows in the past. So that's something that I would like to see personally. However, I get it, James Gunn is trying to create something different with this new universe. However, I must say, like, he is still using DCEU characters. He is taking things, he is nitpicking what he wants to keep. And we know the Flash is very connected with like Ezra Miller's Flash due to Crisis. So I don't know, why can't they just like pick and choose and say, yeah, let's take Grant Gustin as the Flash? But yeah, it could be a TV show, it could be a film. We'll have to wait and see. They're obviously waiting a beat on the Flash because, yeah, I agree, now isn't the exact right time to get started with the Flash. Like, you gotta do all these other projects first, and potentially the Flash might even appear in a project, in a film or a TV show before like actual Barry Allen is officially cast. Like, I'm presuming Wally West might be in the Teen Titans movie that Ana Nogueira has wrote, or is at least writing right now, because traditionally Kid Flash has been like a decently big part of Teen Titans, so there is always the possibility. And if you guys remember back to Creature Commandos, we did get our first glimpse at the Flash in the background, also Supergirl, also Wonder Woman, and that is somewhat important. Although we know James Gunn isn't being like super strict with his continuity yet, he is definitely still figuring stuff out, like what exactly is absolutely concrete in terms of canon with the animation world, and but also with the live action world, because there is a few discrepancies that they definitely need to handle and like properly think about. But that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. It would really help this video get out there. Hopefully you guys are excited that we're back making more videos. Please be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications if you are new around here. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.